Hey, what up? It's your girl, Ashley. I be ballin' with another one. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you
Couldn't have left you
without it.
without a dope podcast to listen to. Yes.
Yeah, got my boy Jonathan with me, and we're gonna talk about the Giannis trade. We're two big Bucks fans, and we're gonna talk about the Lamelo trade. Jonathan, he is living in Charlotte. We're going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk about, how the Bucks roster looks, now, with the two lottery picks. So we got a lot to discuss. So, you know, the Giannis trade, it wasn't a shock to me. It wasn't a shock. But it still was like it was weird. It was very weird to hear. So let's break down the actual trade. Right. So the Heat got Giannis and Bobby Portis. That was another shock. A lot of people wasn't expecting Bobby Portis to be in the deal. For those of you who
Mm-mm.
don't know, we love Bobby Portis, aka the underdog, aka the mayor.
The mayor.
Yeah. So the Bucks got Tyler Hero. How you pronounce it? Pal Ware, Jamie Vasquez. Now I might butcher this one.
Yeah, just
Kasparas Jankunas.
hey, you
Three
tried.
first round picks, right, including the 13th pick, one pick swap, and one second rounder.
Yeah,
So I was shocked that Bobby was in it. I don't feel
yeah.
like we got enough, but a lot of people are saying, well, we should have traded him last year. We could have got more. The trade deadline, we could have got more in the summer too. But also, I feel like if Desmond Bain got four draft picks. Mikal Bridges got like six. Gobert had like got four. Carl George got like five. But when it comes to Giannis, oh, we don't want to give much. But you gave a bunch of first round picks to role players. But for our player, Giannis, our franchise player, our top 75 player, best buck of all time. You don't want to give a bunch of stuff to. I just don't understand that. I give the trade like a B plus because we could have got a little bit more. Another player, some more first round picks. But as a fan, I feel weird, because we've survived years and years of Giannis rumors. The NBA trying to get Giannis out the small market Milwaukee. But this year it felt a little different. It almost felt like, yeah, it might come true. The other years was like, nah, he's staying. But this year, with Doc Rivers and that horrible season, and even Giannis was acting weird, I was like, something's up, something's up. And before I go on, I want to know your initial thoughts of the trade.
Well, I can tell you what I was doing. I was on TikTok live, and I was on one of my homegirls live on TikTok. Then out of nowhere, ding! Breaking news. Giannis. I'm like, hold on. I look at it. I'm like, oh, it's real because Giannis has been trade rumors for like 6 years. 6 years where people on ESPN got info wrong, saying that he wasn't going to sign an extension. Brian Windhorst, people, and he did. So, and then Shams got it wrong last year. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Even Giannis went on Twitter or Instagram and said, "Don't you just miss Woj?"
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I'm like, bro, what are y'all talking about? And then this past season, we got off to a hot start, and then it was that Knicks game, what I'm saying, where we beat them, and Giannis was like, "This is what y'all want. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere." I'm like, that's what I was like. Oh yes, yes. Like, what are you talking about? He ain't going nowhere. So I don't know. We don't have no camera back behind the scenes. We don't have a cam on Giannis at all times. I wish we did. besides personal stuff. But I wish we could see what's going on, like as far as like what's going on with the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? But we don't. So I was sad about it. I didn't teared up a little bit, but I didn't. It just we had to face a reality. Maybe he did want to leave, maybe he didn't. I just know that Giannis played a major part in the Bucks' demise too, because again, like you signed off on Adrian Griffin or AJ Griffin, or whatever his name is. I just feel like you could have went after Mark Jackson, you could have went after Kenny Atkinson at that time, and Nick Nurse at that time. And matter of fact, we could have hired the old Hornets coach. Like we could have hired him. He was a good coach.
Oh
But
yeah.
no, you want yeah. So like we could hire AJ Griffin. I like to hire. And again, Doc Rivers came in. I'm not a Doc Rivers fan at all. He's a Hall of Famer, but I'm not a fan of him. Now, as far as like, I keep saying Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma's trash. Like, and was it you that told me he signed up on that trade, or was it somebody else that told me that?
Nah, I didn't say that.
Oh,
The
okay, I
Chris
apologize.
Middleton trade?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Not
No,
sure.
but yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, somebody told me that he signed up on. I don't know, but yeah, but that was the dumb one of our dumb trades. Like, bro, Chris Middleton's way better than Kyle Kuzma, and that showed. You can have 20 plus points one game, and the next game have four. You can't do that. Yeah, the next three games have 4 or 6. Like, bro, you can't do that. And then
Yeah.
Miles Turner comes in and tells all these lies, and he's trash. And then he tells all these lies about how Giannis is late and crap. Like, bro, like what are you doing? And I forgot you play for the Petty Pacers, the same team that wouldn't give the ball that Giannis scored 60 on, and when Dame Lillard broke the record for, I think he moved up to number 3 or 4 in all time 3 point shooting. You can't come on now. I was shocked, but not shocked. I'm like, oh yeah, you play for the Pacers. Yeah, so I'm like, bro, this is what you do. You expose personal stuff, like so. It just this season was just really, really messed up. We were hot at the very beginning. I'm like, damn, we killing. No, not now. But yeah, but now
Yeah.
it's over. Nobody. It's crazy. Nobody from the championship. Nobody from that championship team is on the team anymore. Everybody's gone.
Hope unless they keep
So, oh my god.
I'm just playing. Uh,
I mean, he's okay if he doesn't have a job, and he'll be just fine.
yeah, he'll be
But
fine.
yeah, but
He said we ain't taking your play, your brothers.
hell no, I wouldn't either. I'm like, bro, come on now.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, I didn't expect it because I thought it was just all rumors. That's because again, 6 years. It's been all rumors and rumors and rumors. I'm like, but why y'all doing this? Like, why y'all reporting this? And then it happened. And then I know of all places, Miami. I don't see him as a Miami type person.
Yeah. Because
You know
he
what I'm
always
saying? So
said, I don't need the bright lights, the LA's
yeah,
type.
ask. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever been to Miami, but they got plenty beautiful lights down there in Miami and the beach. So yeah, so you about because no disrespect, I love Milwaukee, but I love the city of Miami too. And it's way different from Milwaukee. I'm telling you, like, bro, he gonna see some stuff he ain't never seen before. But yeah, but overall, man, we were blessed to see something that we didn't think we'll be allowed to see, and that's our team win a championship. He helped us do that. So I love that man to death. I wish him another championship. Hopefully one day he'll come back. you know, but but it is what it is. I mean, I again I love that dude so much. He's the most humblest dude I ever seen that to wear a basketball jersey. Um, I miss him like we all will. And I wish him nothing but the best and do your damn thing down there in South Beach, man.
That was a nice shout out. Shout out
Yeah.
to Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw him grow up from 18 and skinny to all buff. We saw the transformation. He was working hard. And yeah, I remember my first time meeting him, and he was funny, had a great personality, great smile. Um, but yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have had a championship if it wasn't for Yanni. You know, he's one of the greatest players of all time and best buck of all time. A lot of great memories, even interviews, you know, the joking. I liked that team that was doing the wrestling pregame. That was
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, there was. I think there's going to be a lot of great memories to, remember. Thank you, Giannis. You know, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be back. Maybe the volunteer, stuff like that. But it's not going to be the same. But just because it's not the same, don't mean we can't look toward the future. I do think there's like there was a way to keep Giannis, but our team, front office and owners, they don't know what they're doing. They could have kept him for the rest of his whole career, but I was counting like our first round, well, actually all of our picks since
Yeah.
2014 because he was drafted in 2013, and I was counting the picks that we had like 21 picks. And if you think about it, how many of those picks did we really draft correctly and develop? The only
Mm.
ones I can think of is Dante, Brogdon, Parker, and, you know, those panned out. But obviously, with Parker's injury, we traded Dante and Brogdon. So that's like only three I can really remember. And then the rest, they're bad. Don Maker, DJ Wilson. I mean, the list goes on and on. We're trading them or we're just waiving them. So you needed to develop and draft correct players. So now that Giannis is older, in his 30s, he doesn't have to carry that much weight. Because I was thinking about this. Giannis has never had a star next to him that was younger than him. I think that's the route we should have went with, like a Devin Booker or a Donovan Mitchell. No offense to Dame, but I just think we always put old guys with Giannis, and now all of our assets are dried up, and everyone's like, "No, don't leave." But what else is there to do? We don't have any more assets. We have to rebuild. And I, re-
Man.
I do remember in 2023, Giannis did say, I don't want to be on the same team 20 years and not win another championship. And, from different articles I read, he asked for a trade in like May 2025, and the Bucks didn't do it. The Bucks instead, stretched and waived Dame's contracts. So now we're paying them for a couple of more years. And we
Yeah.
signed Turner, thinking, oh, this would get Giannis to stay. But that wasn't enough. The Bucks never should have did that. He
But but I but honestly though, we should have went after big names during the trade. During before the deadline. McCullough went. McCullough went to Atlanta. We could. I really didn't want him, but he would have been a decent pickup. I don't know why we didn't go after Trey Young. He wanted to go to the Wizards. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't go after
um,
Booker. We didn't go after who else? Ja. Like bro, like how come we couldn't go after these people?
and they're saying the Grizzlies are having a hard time finding a team to take John Morant.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what the reports say. Now I'm like, are people really
Unless
just not getting him?
I mean, I guess they don't want that off the court stuff, but I don't know. Other than
He's
that, I really
calmed
don't
down.
know. Huh?
He's calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Man, there's a lot of different articles that you read about how it didn't really end well. I just wish that the split would have ended well, but some relationships they don't end well. It's like a divorce, really. Even Giannis was saying, didn't Giannis say last season, it's like a marriage, you know? Um,
Yeah,
the only thing I don't like that Giannis did, obviously, some people blame him for different trades and different coaches. Yeah, but we also need to have a front office and owners that have, you know, sort of like Pat Riley, where he's going. Pat Riley, he's not going to take any mess. He's not going to care about what Giannis wants as a trade. Like, you can just say, okay, I'll consider these suggestions that you made, Giannis, but I'm not going to, whatever Giannis wants, I'm not going to give it to him all the time.
yeah,
But I understand we're a small market. You're afraid that Giannis is going to leave. So you try to make big deals and try to make him happy, signing his players.
yeah.
But I, you could go.
I was gonna say that Dame trade didn't really do much either because again, he came. I would look at that stat sheet. He'll be 1 for 9, 2 for 10, 1 for 7. Well, I'm like, bro, you bricking. So like,
Bucks got to do their homework.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that was a great trade, but I didn't know he's gonna come down here, come to Milwaukee and just be shooting bricks like that. I'm like, so like, but again, we could have went after, like you said, Devin Booker. We could have went after a Ja. Like,
Yeah.
so like, it's just one of the things where like, man, Giannis probably would have stayed because I know he likes John Murray. He said it. He said it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Booker because we beat him, but at the same time, like
Yeah.
I think Booker just settling for Phoenix because it's nice and they paying him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
He's
like,
probably going to stay there for his whole career, probably.
man, it would have been dope.
Which,
And matter of fact, even though, but he was free agent though. Shoot, I wish that we would have got a Jalen Brunson here. So
yeah, he probably would have still wanted to go with the Knicks, though.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
didn't his dad
yeah,
work there? Yeah, yeah. His
yeah.
dad
But
was an assistant. But yeah, the Dame thing, I feel like it could have worked out if they were all healthy, probably.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe if we had a better coach than
yeah,
Doc
exactly. Like,
Rivers.
yeah, like I'm like Adrian Griffin. Like, really? I really didn't like him. So I mean,
Yeah,
again, you had Mark Jackson, you had Nick Nurse, you had Kenny Atkinson, you had the old Hornets coach, like you had these other coaches, like what I'm
I
saying?
I feel like the Bucks, they have done a good job at like going for things, but sometimes it's like A and B. It's like point A, point B. It's like they'll get the point A but not the B, or they'll get the B but not the A. If you want to fire Coach Bud, you better be sure you know what coach you want next. That's my thing. They fired Bud, but they didn't know who they wanted. And I think one of the problems is I wish we had one owner. We have a bunch of owners and they might be meddling or they might have different,
Okay.
sides they want to go on. So they can't agree on things. That's another thing. But the coach Bud thing hurt us because we never got a solid coach after that. We went with Griffin, then we fired him. I'm like, dang, at least let him finish the season. And then we got Doc, and I'm like, oh my goodness, why? Why? And the Drew thing, the Drew messed it up too, because they traded Drew for Dame, but they never replaced Drew's defense. You can't replace, defense with offense and never replace defense. They never got, a guard like Drew, that could
But
defend and was a leader.
the thing with that trade was that he was inconsistent too. But and we needed him to be better on offense. Of course, defense
And the
was
playoffs, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just talking about after. You know what I'm saying? Like because it was again, there was games where he had 20, then he have 8, then you have like 7. Like I feel like we expected too much from Drew. He wanted both defense and offense.
Yeah, he couldn't do it
Yeah, yeah,
like he
exactly.
did
So
when he was younger. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's why we did the trade for Dame because we were just looking for instant offense, like a closer. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Somebody who clutch, who could shoot them up. You know what I'm saying? But he again, some games he would do good, and a lot of games he was trash too, Damian. So I'm just like, bro,
Yeah,
what's going on? The only consistent player was Giannis. That's really it.
I think you could have even kept Drew and just added maybe another two guard that because Middleton was at the three, Yanni at the four, Lopez at the five. All you needed was to find another two guard that
Unless unless
was
unless they would have
offense.
did the trade, unless they would have did the trade and put Dame at the two.
I don't know if they could have kept Drew and get Dame. That's
I
they
mean,
didn't want that.
but
And that's
I don't
another
know.
thing. Like, if we draft and develop guys, we could have probably kept Drew and traded some young guys for Dame. And
Yeah, yeah,
but
exactly.
no, we don't do it. We never develop. Now all of a sudden we want to develop and rebuild. You
Yeah,
never
man.
did it with Yanni. And if you did it with Giannis, he probably would still be here because we will have more assets.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So much, so much. And I
Yeah.
think oh yeah, I was upset with Yanni because he would say things on the internet, but he would be acting differently. Like he would say, legends don't chase, they attract. Or at the trade deadline, he said, I'm never leaving you with that, meme with Leonardo DiCaprio. And I'm like, if you asked for a trade last year, why was he putting stuff on the internet and social media acting like he was gonna stay? And some people were like, he said this is city and his home. And it is like literally he built it, the Deer District, the arena, right? But some fans might think you are saying you're staying. And maybe he was conflicted. Maybe he didn't know what was going to happen, or maybe he wanted to stay but knew we didn't have pieces. And there was a other report that he actually declined like four trades because he wanted to go to Miami.
Wow.
Um, because his options were like Boston. Well, New York was first, then it was Boston and Minnesota and Miami. I wonder like what the other four teams were. So he,
Honestly,
yeah,
I would love. Now, I told somebody at my job this. Like, look, I would love for him to go to OKC because we would have got way more draft picks,
yeah,
and we probably would have got Chet. We probably would have got Williams if they were willing to give him up.
yeah. I hope we can find out who those four teams were. That would be nice.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
later.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The only person that
yeah,
knows him. It really don't even matter anymore because he got what he wanted.
yeah,
But here's the thing though, we still don't have a bad team, but
yeah. We got some good players.
yeah,
I
but
was
we gotta
looking
get
at some highlights.
yeah because because my barber he's a Heat fan. He was like bro man we get rid of our whole team, you know. But my thing is this too. Why is Kyle Kuzma and Miles Turner still here?
I think they are gonna get traded. There
Yeah,
was a
they
report
got
saying they're
They
gonna.
gotta go. Kyle Kuzma gotta go. He gotta go. Miles Turner, he gotta go because of what he said. He gotta go.
He maybe wasn't lying because Doc Rivers was a
But
bad coach. He probably was like he don't care if people late.
but why would Bobby Portis say that he was lying? And why did Patrick Beverly say that he was lying?
Well, it could be because people rock with Giannis. People don't really rock with Turner. People don't
I,
rock with Turner.
I mean, but that's a personal problem. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing: when it came out that he was supposedly late all the time, what's the first thing that Shannon Sharp said? Because Shannon Sharp a Giannis hater. He used to be a Giannis lover, but now he's a Giannis hater. He came first thing he said, yeah, that was Giannis don't care. Giannis don't care. Giannis don't care. He being late. Man, have you ever seen a star player that was late all the time? Shoot, when I played for the Broncos and Peyton Manning was late, he'll say a bit like he lying. Anything about that man, every reporter jump any like I said, Giannis could be at Burger King picking his nose. Like, hey, supposedly picking his nose, like, hey, I saw Giannis at Burger King picking his nose. They gonna believe that immediately, which don't make no sense.
Oh, that's funny. I
So I'm
mean, who
just,
knows? I wish I was a fly on the wall, but we'll see.
man, me too.
Um,
But yeah, nevertheless, man, hope he wins the championship in Miami. He deserves it. You know, and I will give me a Giannis Heat jersey. I still have my two Bucks jerseys. So, and guess what? I'm still gonna give me another Bucks jersey because hopefully them prices will go down. Hopefully, so I'm gonna give me another two Giannis jerseys, a Miami one and a Bucks one. So, oh,
yeah,
wish that man nothing but the best. I'm sad he's gone, but I want him to get even more rings. So let's go.
who knows? I mean, they'll have cap space, and I heard LeBron might want to go back there. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we shall see.
Um, and also, I think something that's really big too is Chris Middleton and Brooke Lopez. I remember when we re-signed them, and a lot of people were saying, no, don't re-sign them. We need to get better players and move on from them. And we didn't, which is fine because maybe they wanted to keep the 2021 roster together. But I'm also mad because we just let Brooke Lopez leave for the Clippers in free agency and we never traded him. I'm like, so we
I
just gonna
mean,
let someone leave and not get none for him.
I was kind of happy he was gone because due to the fact that he's not aggressive. He's 7'1" and he's not aggressive. He doesn't jump. When tall people have the mentality where they don't have to jump, they just go like
Oh
this.
yeah.
So they're not going to jump. So I was so happy that he was gone. You know, shout out to Brooke, but I was happy he left. Middleton, I was disappointed that he got traded for Kuzma. I'm like, but you know what? Let me give Kuzma a chance. We all gave that man a chance. He was trash, 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 trash. So like, he gotta go. He gotta go. I don't care if he get
He'll
traded.
go. He'll go. I'm sure of it. There was a report. I'm pretty sure. I think Turner might be the one that might be hardest because his contract is bigger.
Yeah,
But we'll see.
man,
Um.
because man, he trash too. Get rid of both of them. Dump the trash, please. Dump all that
Oh
trash.
my goodness.
Dump them in a dumpster. Dump both of them dudes in a dumpster together. I don't care.
Oh boy.
I don't care to get separated in two different garbage trucks. Like, get out of Milwaukee, please.
Oh boy.
Ship them to Chicago. Look. Man, get them both out of Milwaukee. Please get them both out of
Oh
Milwaukee.
my goodness.
We do, I speak for everybody. We don't want you here, Kyle Miles. Oh man, it rhymed. Kyle's Miles. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Oh,
Like, get out,
that is funny that it rhymes. Yeah.
Kyle's Miles. Man, I'm
Um,
like, bro, man, trash, just straight
what
trash.
is do you have like a player from the trade that you are looking forward to watching? I'm looking forward to watching everybody, but probably where the most because he's like real tall and long and he can shoot it and
Exactly.
he's a big lob threat.
Yeah,
Um and he blocking shots. He's a little baby Wimby, you know.
yeah. Yeah. So
Um,
like, yeah. So like, I mean, again, we won the trade. It's just that it's just one of the things where like we're just sad that Giannis is gone. But also, who I'm just want to see. I want to see the. Well, I guess we'll talk about it later. But I'm ready to see the rookies play, because or whatever. And of course, I'm ready to see Hero hoop in his hometown if he's still here because he's been in trade rumors still. So
yeah, we'll see. You even have his shirt on.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I think
yeah, yeah,
he's definitely gonna put some butts in seats. He's a great creator, you know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
who knows? Maybe that might revive him. Playing in
Yeah.
his home state.
And guess what?
Um,
He'll be the number one option so far.
oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
So
I mean, that is up for grabs. Rollins. The other guy that we got, Jamie Chavez. I hope I pronounced that right, Junior. I saw
yeah,
some highlights of him. He's pretty good, especially
yeah,
mid
yeah.
range.
They
You
the
know,
Heat gave away some good players for Giannis.
he's like
Right.
6'7", maybe. So
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to him. But also the guy that I couldn't pronounce, I'm just gonna say KJ. Yeah, I'm gonna say KJ. Uh, they said that he didn't want to put him in the deal. I saw him. He's like a sharpshooter, but he can also really pass. So I heard some good things about him. Like he's a
Yeah,
diamond. Um,
yeah,
and as far as
yeah,
our Bucks picks, we had the 10th pick and we had the 13th pick. We ended up drafting Braden Burries, who I really like. He looks like he's going to be NBA ready. He can defend, he can take it to the hoop, can shoot it. And I feel
and-
like he's going to be one of those guards that can like post, like Devin Booker, you know.
yeah.
But also the 13th pick, Nate admits he has a lot of versatility and potential. So
You know what's
he
crazy?
definitely got to get stronger. What you
Yeah,
say?
you know what's crazy? That was the dude that they said that they were going to draft at 10. But then once that trade happened, and 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 I guess when Burris fell, also
Hmm.
they said Dallas was going to pick Burris, but then
Yeah,
they wound up going with the dude from Michigan because their new coach was the Michigan coach. So,
yeah, I heard that.
yeah, yes, yes. So I guess the Michigan coach decided to pick him. So once Burris fell, I guess Bucks saw the opportunity
Yeah,
to turn to get Burris, and then Ahmed fell at number 10. I mean 13. I kind
yeah.
of wish that we would have got the big man from Michigan, the one that OKC bought. Drafted. Man, they got plenty big man now because they got dude from Michigan who's 7'3". They resigned what's the dude name? It starts with H.
Oh yeah, yeah. Isaiah Hartenstein. Yeah.
Yeah, yep, yep. But they resigned him, and they still have so far they still have Chet, so they got
Mm.
plenty big men.
Okay, okay.
But
They
but
trying
I
to
was it was a
they try to they try to prepare for Wimby.
no Giannis the wall. Now that's a wall. Well, it's a tall wall, but not a strong wall, and not John Wall. But yeah, that's a very tall wall, but not a strong one though.
Yeah.
Because Giannis can, it would be hard to shoot over that wall, but he can blow through that wall. But yeah, I'm excited to see what the rookies are going to do. Because again, Ahmed was supposed to go to 10, but then once the Burries fell to you know 10, they picked up Burries, and then Ahmed. They're saying Ahmed was good. He might be like a kind of like a Giannis, because again, like he might be like a player in development. I just hope that these trades work out because again, we had two first round picks, so you can't have two first round picks and not be good. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna be better than last year.
I
Um,
mean, the crazy thing is we were good in the very beginning of last year, then we just dropped. Yeah.
I'm looking at who the Bucks selected for the last pick, the 60th pick.
Oh,
Um,
the dude from
it's
Trinidad and Tobago.
yeah, 6'8" forward Malik Lewis. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. They say he's known for his defensive versatility and 3-point shooting. Hmm.
And guess what? We didn't have a second round pick until Orlando did the trade to us for cash.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Course
because
is
again,
working.
yeah, because again, we didn't have one. I'm like, oh well. At least we got two first round picks, you know.
Yeah.
But then, But man, oh, there is saying this is one of the best drafts in a long time. But we shall see.
All right, next we're going to talk about the big Lamelo Ball trade. And I have a big Hornets fan, Charlotte resident right here in John. You know, I'm going to let you go first to talk about it. I'm going to tell the trade first. So the Hornets got Nas Reed, a 2033 unprotected first round draft pick, three first round draft pick swaps, and three second round picks. And the Timberwolves got Lamelo Ball and Josh Green. Now, I want to hear from the Hornets fan himself, John. How does he feel about LaMelo Ball getting traded? You know, 'cause I know I saw that video you sent me. A lot of Hornets fans, they're mad. They're like, why did they do this? He's a fan favorite. I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, first thing first, I'm not a diehard Hornets fan. I just like the Hornets. You know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to the Hornets though. Shout out to the
Oh,
Hornets. No, no, it's
thank
all
you.
good. But yeah, though, a dude in my job, he was a dude in my job, he was upset about it. I mean, again, apparently it was rumors of him getting traded last year, which I didn't know. But I mean, now they really don't have a big name person here. But you know, from what I heard, they're trying to build around Con Knipple, who's from Milwaukee. So that's what they're going to try to do, apparently. So again the Hornets didn't lose any trade because they got six grand total draft picks, three in the first round and three in the second. So they didn't lose. You know what I'm saying? And now it's Rican ball. And you know, but watch out for Minnesota though. If they're healthy, the Melo Ball and Edwards can do some damage if if they're healthy and if that chemistry is there.
Yeah. I think I like it for both sides. I just think, the Hornets are gonna lose that fanfare, but
Yeah,
they were very exciting. Like when I saw them,
yeah,
they kept building with, Miller, Nipple and, you know,
yeah,
Miles Bridges. They probably
yeah,
felt like they wanted a center. I like Nas Reed.
yeah.
Um, but I don't know if he's a center. I feel like I feel like he can play 4 and 5, but we're gonna see what happens. But I like Nasri. This is his chance to ball out. He's 6 man. He won that award 1 year, so this is his time to be a starter. I think them getting Kobe White at the you know deadline and
Right.
Kobe White, performing so well made them probably feel comfortable in trading um,
LaMelo.
Ball. But still, I'm kind of shocked. Maybe because they felt like he kept getting injured, like those ankle injuries and
Yeah.
whatnot.
And again,
But yeah,
and again, he did get paid like a lot of money. So I don't know if they regretted paying him all that money. I don't know, but he will be missed. He made the Hornets relevant again. To be honest with you,
hmm
so yeah, shout out to Lamelo Ball, man. He did his thing down here.
yeah, very exciting layups, ball
Yeah, yeah.
handling, crazy shots. He hits like a lot of crazy shots.
But man, the thing about him, he needs to stop doing that. If he's cold from 3 point range, just keep making plays.
Yeah.
So yeah, so because he is a playmaker. So shout out to him, man. And now he went from Charlotte to the cold. Ooh-wee. You got to think he's from Cali too. So he went from being in Cali to Charlotte, which it does get cold here, but he's going to a place where it gets colder than where we're from.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Uh, I felt like they were gonna like try to get Anthony Edwards out of Minnesota because as soon as Giannis was traded, I heard, oh, Anthony Edwards is frustrated ever since they traded Carl Anthony Towns. So I think the Timberwolves felt like they had to get another star there. Um, and there was talks about possibly getting John Morant there too. Um, I think I like Lamelo Ball there more than John Morant just because of the size. They're both big. Uh, I gotta see if he's healthy and like I don't know defensively how he is because that
Yeah,
team's really wrapped up with defense. But I
yeah,
think having Mike Conley there that can help Ball.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I think the Timberwolves, they're trying to play faster, you know, and please, Edwards obviously.
yeah,
Um, but
yeah,
now that they traded Nas Reed, it's like now you don't have that comfort because like if Rudy was out and Reed, steps in, or if Reed out, Rudy steps in. Now it's and also you traded Julius Randle too. So people felt like Nas Reed was gonna start, but now he traded.
man.
So that's funny. Um, did you hear what LeVar said? LeVar said, "Hey, pick up my two boys. They they are always gonna win championships. Pick up
Yeah, I
Lonzo."
mean, I actually thought I actually thought that they were going to be. I thought Lonzo was going to be in Charlotte, but no. I actually thought LaGelo was going to be in Charlotte, but now he got his rap career now. I mean, he could still probably ball if he wanted to, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's harder.
Yeah,
If he's not getting paid a lot of money, I don't think it's harder.
yeah,
But I think both teams are gonna, they're gonna still excel.
yeah,
I think it was an equal trade. But if LaMelo stay healthy, then I think the Timberwolves win. If all of a sudden he healthy and those ankles stay stable and all that, you know, then they win. But I feel like it's equal. But also sometimes you don't know who wins trades because you got draft picks and you got to see how they develop, and all that. But also getting what is it, Josh Green?
yeah,
They
yeah,
said that now they have four of the first round draft picks of the 2020 draft class. Um Similar to like how the Knicks got a bunch of people in their draft class with like Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges. So we'll see. I think Green is more like a 3-and-D type of wing,
yeah,
but I,
exactly.
I think it's a both equal trade. I just think since it was such a big name, people were like shocked. But he was in rumors last year, you said. So
Yeah, but the rumors came back that night before, and then I know her that morning he was gone.
I don't know what's going on in the NBA where teams are just trading. Like Trey Young, he's a point guard, he's traded, but he actually lasted longer. He was with the Hawks longer than Ball was with the Hornets, but still,
Yeah,
LaMelo Ball is traded, and now John Morant is getting traded. What is with all these point guard swaps? I don't know,
I don't
but
know.
we shall see. And even, you know, obviously I love the Bucks, but the Bucks, their team is going to be very competitive too. When I mean competitive, I mean within because they have a lot of guards. So a lot of players are going to be competing for minutes, competing
Yeah,
for roster spots. I think that's what makes it great. But this is the youth movement.
yeah,
You're not really going to win with, you know, aging veterans
yeah,
unless you're led by a Wemby type. The
yeah,
young the young Bucks are obviously Giannis and Nikola Jokic are still running things, right? Those
yeah,
vets. But
yeah.
there's a lot of, young talent that's like, yo, our time's now. We're not waiting for you to retire. We're not
Exactly.
waiting, LeBron and Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. We're not waiting for you guys. We are young and we want it now.
Yeah,
Uh,
apparently.
yeah. So to wrap things up, is there anything you want to discuss more about the Bucks or Hornets or Timberwolves or
Uh,
the Miami Heat?
No,
Any
no, I think we
last
covered
thoughts?
everything. I think we covered everything. Just that I saw videos of Bucks fans, and I kind of knew, but wow, he will be like I said earlier, he will be missed, and I wish him nothing but greatness because he is one of the best players ever. And we were blessed to have that man
Yeah,
here, and he developed to one of the best players that ever lived, like you said earlier.
yeah,
So shout out to him. Hopefully, I hope he wins another ring, and hey, make him the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Which he already is. Again, two-time league MVP, Finals MVP, All-Star Game MVP, Most Improved Player, Defensive Player of the Year, um, NBA
all of that.
champion. Yeah, all that, man.
And he even won the NBA Cup.
Oh yeah, and NBA Cup champion.
Yeah. Defensive Player of the Year,
I know. Yeah, for sure.
Most Improved.
Yeah, Most Improved.
The list goes on and on.
Yep.
On and on and on. Yeah, Giannis, he's the best, great person off the court. He helped the community and even Bobby. Shout out to Bobby being the underdog. Yeah, and I'm gonna miss the crowd saying Bobby, Bobby, Bobby. Bobby
Yeah,
buckets. You know, I like his never back down mentality. But
yeah, yeah,
I think
exactly.
it's just great that we won a championship. Obviously, we could have won way more if it wasn't for injuries or like there was like missed moments of opportunities. Like we might like we wasted 5 second round picks on job. No, Jay Crowder one year.
Oh
There
yeah.
was just you know there was injuries, but there was also like some moments where we weren't ready or stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think we could have at least won like maybe three with Giannis, but
Oh
at
yeah,
least we
three.
got
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
you know. And we couldn't,
We
if it
could.
wasn't for Herb Cole, we wouldn't even have a team here.
Yeah.
What was you gonna say?
Man, we should have won. We should have won in 2019 against Toronto.
Yep, we should
But
have.
but but somebody named Eric Bledsoe averaged only 10 points a game and shot 13% from 3-point range.
Yeah, we have a lot of history of like point guards not really,
And
you know, doing it big offensively.
exactly.
What can you do? But
Yeah.
you just got to remember the good times and be hopeful for the future.
Yeah. Hey, you never
But
know. Giannis may want to come back. You never know.
yeah, he might want to do that thing where like they
A one
like
day contract.
retire. Yeah, retire here just to say they retired here, like a 1 day contract. I
Yeah.
think different players do that. Like Kyle Lowry said he wanted to do that with the Rafters, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gonna have a statue. He gonna have his jersey retired. You know, I wish ending wasn't so ugly, but that's sort of like what happens like when it's like something that's you know it had to happen, but I think the Bucks wanted to hold on to Giannis so badly that they waited to the last minute,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like what happened. But
Yeah.
yeah, gotta remember the good sweet times, and maybe Giannis will come out and tell the truth, or Bucks. So the truth is gonna be revealed
I
one way or
know. I know.
another.
I know. I'm pretty sure Malik Andrews or somebody from ESPN is going to an interview
I
about
think
that.
there's like a article going around from the Journal Sentinel, but I haven't read it because I think you got to subscribe to the Journal Sentinel. But I heard there's a lot of telling stuff in there. Like
Okay.
one of the Bucks reporters, Jim or something, starting with an O. I think he revealed a lot of things that was happening over the years.
Okay. Okay.
So I think ESPN gave a little bit of detail, but the reporter from that actually lives here, he really broke it down. A lot of fans said So hopefully I can read that article.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody subscribe to Join the Cinema?
I
I
don't. I
might
don't.
just
I
get
don't
a
read it anymore.
newspaper. I might just get a newspaper like, yo, who got that newspaper? I'll
You
slam.
know, it's crazy. Years ago, my mom got the Journal Sentinel delivered to her house every day back in the day.
I used to help my mom deliver them. My mom
Wow.
used to like we had to wake up early and
Oh,
fold the papers and then we would drive in the car.
oh
You know,
wow.
I would help her sometimes. Those were some good times listening to music delivered.
Oh man, not even in winter. Ooh, I know that was rough.
Yeah, yeah. There was a one time we actually crashed into no, a car crashed into us like on a snowy day, and
Yeah.
the General Sentinel didn't really care. They just said, "Are you still coming?" We were like, "Yeah."
Wow. Wow, damn.
Papers need to be delivered. But I
Yeah.
think papers eventually are going to be obsolete with
Oh yeah.
technology.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Yanni. We're going to miss you. We love you. Even though I'm a little upset with you, Yanni. I'm not like mad at you, but I'm disappointed in you. But I know things, sometimes when you're not on the same page with an organization, things can be rough.
Yeah.
But I still love them. It's kind of like when someone, does something bad, you're like, man, I'm disappointed in you, but I still love you.
Yeah,
I
there you
still
go.
remember the good times.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Kind
like
of
that.
a breakup.
Oh yeah, and then you're still friends with that person,
Yeah.
a little later. But
No
yeah,
later.
shout out to Yanni, 34 forever in the 414. Yeah, let's go. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. And I'll try to come up with more consistent videos. I had to take a break. Sometimes in life you need a break.
Yep. Something like you need a break.
Thank you, John, for joining me. We had a great talk.
For sure, for sure. And thank you for having me back.
Yeah, you always show up. You always spit that knowledge, spit that game. You always looking fly.
I guess.
You said I guess.
I guess. I
Oh,
appreciate it though.
that's
Thank you.
funny. Yeah. Everybody stay ballin'.
Everybody stay balling. Let's go. All right, y'all.
Peace.